Hello there. Haven't seen you here before. Sit down, take a mug of black rose brown. Good stuff, ain't it? Best you ever had? No? Ah, well. You'll see, I've been entering the all-farthing brewing moot every year like clockwork for nigh on 50 years now, and not one prize to my name. But this time, I think I got the smell of a best in show. See, I heard that my great old granddad, a took he was, who ran the Bird and Baby in his day, won the moot prize most every year he entered. They say his brown was the best ever, but it seems the recipe died with him, because the bird just hasn't been able to compete since those days. I'm thinking he might have written down his recipe somewhere. If it would be anywhere, it would be in the Great Smiles over in Tuckborough, to the east of Mickle Delving. I wonder, would you mind going over there and take a look? If you can find that old recipe, I'll give you the first taste of my new brew. So he needs to go find his secret recipe, which is buried in a library somewhere. So heading on. Are links allowed by any chance? I haven't done anything to stop it, so see what you can get away with. If it lets you paste it in, it should be fine. I don't have any problem with pasting links, as long as you're not a filthy gold spammer like one that turned up in the YouTube channel earlier. Well, I don't think he was gold spamming. I think he was spamming more unsavoury services. But yeah, I'm sure I can trust you to at least be civilised in public. Right, bingo boffin. I haven't done any of the bingo boffin quests actually, because that's separate. Can you do them at any level?
A pleasant day to you, friend.
Because this is something that was added that I never got around to doing, all the bingo boffin quests. So I probably will do them as a separate series, maybe. Because you have to do kind of questing all around Middle-earth, doing bits and pieces. Griffo Boffin, where are you? Oh, you're up in the corner of the town. And Tuckborough's down there. Okay. So I think we'll go to Waymeet then and take the post. Oh, hang on, no, Postmaster Proudfoot's got one now.
Might I have a word with you?
He's got a bundle for Tuckborough. Do we run to Tuckborough? That's the question, because that's the problem. You have so many different towns you have to go to. That's what order do you do them in? Let's do the Tuckborough one, come on.
Might I speak with you a moment?
I've received word that you delivered that package to Postman Twofoot at Waymeet in a timely manner. He was very impressed, and I must tell you that I am as well. The quick post service is becoming respectable again. Speedy deliveries, mail that you can count on. That is a happy day for this old postmaster. If you'd still like to help us out, well, there's always work to be done. There on the table you will find a satchel for Postman Took at the centre of Tuckborough. You know how this works now, my friend. Avoid nosy hobbitses. Keep the satchel dry and make haste. The quick post service will set new standards for speedy delivery of the mail. So pick it up. And I don't know whether all quests for delivering the mail have the same maximum duration that you can take to deliver it, or whether the ones that are further afield give you a little bit more time. But obviously the one I delivered in Waymeet, I'd maybe, I don't know, probably not use any more than 20% tops. Same with the one that we took from Little Delving to Mickle Delving. So we're going to go cross country, because there's going to be no hobbits, nosy hobbits cross country. They're always going to be on roads or guarding entrances to towns and that kind of thing. So as long as we're off the road and we pay attention that we don't run into some nasty mobs, we should be fine. Keepy, the good and the bad FAQ. If it lets you post the link in chat, go for it. I don't know if it will ban it outright, but I don't think there's a setting on my end preventing it. So if it does ban you, it's not me. Leo Kolev, hey Balthelion, nice to see you active on YouTube again. Thank you. Very nice to see you here as well. But yeah, I don't think you were around for the stream we did the other day. So we finished off Erid Lewin. Those videos will be slowly releasing on the channel. Not too slowly. Every couple of days, probably send out a new one. So maybe expect 3, maybe 4 of those each week till those are done. I think there's maybe about 8 episodes worth. And then we're recording the Shire now, which will be the episodes that will follow that. So it's just nice to sit down, record these live so I can interact with anyone who's sat around bored, watching the stream live, interact with you guys, answer any questions you've got. And then it just makes it a bit more of an enjoyable recording session, really. And it gives me ideas for things to talk about as well, rather than having to just talk blindly at the camera for however long it is that I sit down for a recording session. So we're going up and over here then. Where's the postman? I think the postman's north of town, actually. Across the bridge. I've got a feeling there's going to be a nosy hobbit somewhere around here. I assume he's going to be by the post box. Is this him on the right? Yeah. Bam! Job done. Where does your one go?
And have some tea.
So yours goes to Hobbiton, which is kind of on the way up the hill. So we could maybe do that and then go off to talk to Lobelia. But now that we're over here, of course, we've got more quests.
Don't you turn your back on me?
So, Geribert misses a meal. Hello there. I'm sorry I'm not more friendly today, but I'm a bit concerned about my cousin Geribert. You see, a while ago I wrote in my calendar that Geribert and I were to share supper. Today was the day, but Geribert hasn't shown up. My cousin isn't one to miss a meal. Most hobbits probably aren't, to be fair. So I'm more than a little troubled. Would you mind going over to his house and see what is taking him so long? I would go, but I've got a pot on the stove right now. His house is west of Tuckborough. Just follow the road west out of the town proper and you'll see it. So it's probably the little hobbit hole I passed on the way here. What else is there? Gamatunley.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Oh good, there is something very important I would ask you to do for me. When my grandson Wilcom was younger, I made him his lunch every day, but ever since he's moved to Scary, I don't get the chance to do it. You see, he oversees the quarry there, and I'm very proud of him, but I do miss taking him his lunch. In fact, I miss it so much that I made him a very special lunch. Unfortunately, though, my old bones won't take me all the way there, but a young one like you could easily carry it to him. Would you mind taking the lunch to him? Bring it to him to Scary, but please do hurry. I don't want it to spoil before he gets it. Okay, so that's probably going to be another carry quest. So I won't take that one just yet. So let's go inside the Great Smiles of Tuckborough. So if you didn't know, Tuckborough is where the Took family lives. So Peregrine Took, our mischievous hobbit from the Fellowship, is one such member of the family. So if we go inside here, Adlar Took's got a quest.
Might I trouble you for some help?
Thank goodness, I am in the sorriest of straits, but I must make you swear to tell no one else of my troubles. If others were to hear of it, there would surely be a panic in Tuckborough. My library is haunted. As difficult as it may be to believe, I think it is the ghost of the old Took. I think the troubles darkening the Shire of late have disturbed him, like those bears over to the east of here. They were never so aggressive in his day. Wait, perhaps that's it. The old Took was known for slaying a great bear in his time. If you could bring me the pelts of a few bears, maybe it will ease his spirit. It will show the Shire is still safe. So if we go into the library, we need to have a look around for the beer recipe. There we go, we've collected the yellow recipe, and that can now be taken back to the Bird and Baby Inn in Mickledelving. So we're going to head... hang on, what's this? A Pavinka Took.
Could I take a moment of your time?
I need your help. I made a terrible mistake and listened to Isambard and Imbert, my full cousins. You see, old Adelard is always lecturing us young Tooks on the history of the family, and, well, it does get tiring. My cousins decided to play a trick on him and convinced me to sneak away with the latest chapter Adelard wrote for the Yearbook of Tuckborough. Now I'm worried about the trouble I'm going to get into. Isambard, though, went out to get the chapter from where he hid it, but he hasn't returned yet. I think he said he hid it in a tall tree east of the Great Smiles in Tuckborough. Could you go there and see what is taking him so long? So, grab that. Nothing else to pick up inside. We're going to head back outside. Lokasic, holy moly, yeah, the bingo train is insanely long. Yeah, I know they've added loads to it, so I don't want to start that on this character because I probably can't go all the places I need. And it will take ages to do. So I will probably sit down at some point on Bria, my main, and probably knock all those out. Because I've heard good things about that quest chain, but I've never done it before. So But from what I've heard, it's even longer than Reforging Narsil. And you also say, I love Bow's playthroughs, been watching them for eternity now. So you're another long-time veteran who's maybe watched them more than once. It's a long commitment. As I've said to last Shire Hobbit before, if you're watching it through all once, it's probably the equivalent of like 10 plus seasons of a TV show. I mean, there's so much to it, and then all the other little side episodes, or the extra long episodes, or the milestone episodes where we do some silly stuff in Khan Doom or whatever. There's a lot of stuff to watch there, so hats off to you for sticking with it. What? Pavinka sent a bounder out here? She's such a warrior. There's nothing to fear. Old Imbert and me will have that chapter of Adelard's in 2 shakes. See, we hid the chapter in a satchel in the tree, but the branch we climbed on broke off. I've been here scratching our heads on how to get it down, but you just gave me a grand idea. See, Imbert, I'll just knock the satchel out of the tree with a stone. You're going to hit a beehive, aren't you? Well, I don't know, Isambard. What if you miss? Oh, don't worry, I won't miss. Here, watch. Bonk. Seems I hit a hive. Bees! Not the bees! Angry bee swarm. There are many bees. There we go. Completed setup strike. So that was the one that we had to do for using our 3 basic metal building skills. So it seems that I was correct that they haven't put in a daily limit yet. So you can do all 100 that you needed for that deal in one go. So it's very easy to complete. And that is part of our tier 1 class deed. So the other one is Overhand Smash, which we've unlocked. And the third is Smash Through the Ranks. Whatever that requires. Looks like you got the hive. Fortunately, the bees are gone. Oh no, look. And now the bear wants the honey. Bears! I need to kill bears anyway for one of the other quests, so that works out nicely. If it counts to that quest anyway. One Hulk Smash. Bear pelts 1 of 5. 2 of 5. Thank goodness. This time for sure. Don't worry. See, here's the satchel. Let me get Adelard's chapter. Thank goodness. I had it under control all the time. Yes, I'm sure you did. Here, friend, take this back to Pavinka for us. Come on, Imbert. Now that we are done here, let's see if we can find old Peregrine. So they're referring to Pippin. I've not seen him for some days. I wonder where he's gotten off to. Yes, good question. I wonder what he could be doing. Right, collect bear pelts. So there's some more bears over this side of town. Or are we going to have to go wandering further afield? Anywhere southeast should be good. I think most of the bears are generally more to the south up in these hills. So you started during the first lockdown in March 2020 and you've watched it 4 or 5 times since then. You must have been watching it constantly. I mean, 414 episodes that were originally before I took my hiatus. So that's more than 1 episode a day in a year. And if you watched it 4 or 5 times, you must have been watching like 3 or 4 episodes a day. That's madness. You must have better things to do with your time. And my playthrough is your favourite playthrough. Well, thank you. But when I first started this, there was not many people that were doing LOTRO on YouTube. Which is one of the things why I started doing it. Because I liked LOTRO. It's kind of like almost a full-time job for me. The amount I used to play back when I started. And there weren't many of us that were out there. So the 2 people that come to mind that were around when I started, one of them was Andang, who is still going strong. And if you've been watching anything LOTRO related goings on or reading the Beacon, you'll probably hear his name crop up quite a bit. He does some good LOTRO content. And the other one was a guy called Kazkaval, who I'm not sure if he still does content or if he still does stuff of late. I know at one point he was doing buildings. I don't know if he's done any stuff more recently than that. But those are the two guys that were kind of around when I started. Obviously since then, loads more people have got into particularly doing loads of Twitch streaming as well for LOTRO. There's a few more LOTRO YouTubers as well. But otherwise, and I see that I'm actually getting quite low here, I'm quite concerned with those bleeds. Health potion. I should pay more attention to my health bar. I want to get to level 20 undefeated. Fuck me, these guys hurt. I'm in trouble here, I think. Oh no. Well, that's embarrassing. Wow, these bears actually hit really hard, and I've aggroed one without even regenning. Wonderful. Do I want to fight it? Probably not. Probably going to die again. Try and get behind him just in case he's going to try and do his bleed attack. He's done one under me anyway. I'm out of combat though. As long as I stay out of combat, should be fine. Yeah, there's a couple of other YouTubers I think that might have been around back in the day that were doing stuff more about cosmetics and stuff like that. But generally speaking, no one used to really sort of do MMOs in general. I mean, you might have had like your World of Warcraft streamers streaming raids and stuff, but you couldn't. It's a lot harder to do a let's play for an MMO than like a general game that has a start and a finish, basically. So it was maybe ambitious of me to start it, and you'll see even with like 420 plus or so episodes that we've recorded so far, but not necessarily released. We're still like in Fellowship of the Ring territory. Never mind Two Towers or Return of the King or everything that's happened in the game post then. Honey Bears, hello there. I wonder if you can help me out for a few minutes. I've had problems with bears from the hills nearby, raiding my beehives for honey. I need someone who isn't afraid of bears to fend off and protect the hives. My hives are right over there. The bears have killed all the bees in the hives except the middle one. I have it closed right now to protect the bees, but they'll be in trouble soon if the hives aren't opened. If you help me, I'll open the hive. I'm sure the bears will return soon. So this is a... Oh, it did pop up about fellowship quests. Right, spank these bears. I probably want to get behind him. Oh, he's done a fear on me already. Well, these ones don't hit hard. They're only level 7. The other ones were level 11. But yeah, damn, they were hitting hard. Oh no, there's more of them. There's always more. So, what's going on in chat? Theo Kolev, typical Tooks accidentally summoning bees and goblins wherever they go. Yep. Knocking buckets down worlds. Fall of a Took. Runs in the family, clearly. Huzzah, you've defeated the bears.
Dear me, what do you want?
Ah, that was a sight to see. You did a good job with those bears, and you deserve a reward for your work. So I can either get a dagger or some eggs and onions. Since I can't get a dagger,
please don't
might as well
leave
get
yet.
onions. Sorry to say, but I got more bee problems. You saved the one hive, but the queens and the others were killed by the bears, and I need new ones. But it isn't that simple. First of all, the wild hives are off in the woods to the south. That's right, where all them bears live in the first place. Second thing, and we'll deal with it first, those wild bees don't take too kindly to being moved, so you need to protect yourself from their stings. Now, Gamma up in Overhill, she's got some kind of bomb that will protect you from stings, so you just go and get some of that sow from her. Overhill is almost due north of here, but the other side of Hobbiton, so it's a ways off. Hurry back, I need those queens. Sights of the Shire, we've just ticked something off. We've found the Great Willow, so that was where we were down with the bees being summoned, just west of Tuckborough. So we can hide that for now. And the tier 1 deeds. So we're going to go back over to Tuckborough. And once we've handed those quests in, I think we'll wrap up the stream, because I need to cook some dinner. Lost Shire Hobbit 414 originally, and yes, pretty much daily. Had it on whilst I was working on other things. The autoplay made it easier to watch. I don't really watch TV programs anymore, and so searched on YouTube. Is the problem with autoplay. Like, you think that you're done, you've watched enough, you're going to go to bed or go do something else, and then something else autoplays, and you think, oh god, then just one more. You know, it's just like just one more turn itis from Civ, where you just think, oh, I'll just go a little bit longer. Adelard Took.
Sorry.
Oh good, you found the pelts.
elsewhere.
Now I just have to put them in the library and the old Took's ghost will be calmed. I'm sure of it. He'll go back to his rest and get my library back. Thank you. Ding, level 10. Which is another good thing because we can open our box now. Which box was it? Gundabad Delving Supplies. What's the level 5? Where's my Brawler box? There it is. Brawler Battle Gauntlets. So if I open that, so there's one for 20, there's a 61 to 91, there's 101. Oh, I've got these ones. So Bound to Sylri. So 29 DPS, so it's a lot more. It has increased damage to Orc Kind, plus 1 damage. It's got 17 might, 12 vitality, and 80 crit ratings. That's very nice stats actually for my level. So I think we're definitely going to equip that. We've got a gift Mavum we can use to get reputation in the Shire, but to be honest, with questing we should easily get lows. Ah, the spam bot's back. Go away. Bad bot. Go away. Oh no, didn't want to do that. Block. Right. We've got another quest
Might
pick
I
up.
trouble you for some help?
Oh dear, the ghost is still troubling my library. In fact, the moment I took a step in, it raised such a racket that it gave me a terrible fright. I'm so flattered that I don't think I'll be able to eat supper. Wait, food! Like most hobbits, the old Took had an affection for his victuals, especially spiced boar ribs, I admit. I have a fondness for them myself. Perhaps if we prepare a plate of ribs for him, we can appease his ghost. Go speak with my niece, Adelina Proudfoot. Her hole is just east of the Great Smiles, and she's a marvellous cook. Don't tell her why we need the ribs. I don't want to start a panic. And hand in this one over here.
Is there something I can do for you?
Good, you found it. Now to sneak this back into the library before Adelard notices it's gone missing. My thanks. You've saved me from a host of troubles. I can get some shoulders. And I think we're going to stop there. So is there anything else I've missed in the chat? So yeah, you were watching that and the rest is history. Yeah. Well, at least you've got some new content to watch rather than watching the same old episodes over and over again. But yeah, so we'll call it a day there then. As I said, the remaining episodes we recorded in the previous stream for Arid Luin are going to be coming out in the remaining days and weeks, which will probably take us up to about mid-January, and then the content we've released today will probably start releasing after that for the Shire. So stay on the lookout. I will hopefully be able to pre-plan and give a bit more of an announcement when I'm going to do these streams for the rest of the Shire. Odds are it's probably going to end up being weekday evenings, so if I can give advance notice, I will stick up an event on the YouTube channel so you guys can have a bit more warning when these streams are going to start. But otherwise, that is it for now, so until next time, I will see you guys later.